There are only a couple of events each year in the off-campus student housing industry that bring all of the industry leaders together. The annual Interface Student Housing Conference is the largest event for the industry. 2024 marks the 16th year for this conference and is being held April 24th through the 27th at the JW Marriott in Austin, Texas. This is the premier event for student housing professionals, bringing together leaders from all facets of the sector, including owners, operators, investors, lenders, and university partners. The conference features the industry's best and brightest minds all under one roof, delivering the knowledge, tools, programs, and connections necessary for leaders to shape their future success and the future of the student housing industry. So who are some of the folks attending this year's conference? Let's meet one of them right now. Dean, I hear you're going to Austin.
Yes, sir, we are. Looking forward to going back and seeing all our customers, hopefully meet new people. We're sure looking forward to it.
Well, Dean Harvison with Smarter Furnishing based in Birmingham, Alabama. Obviously, you guys provide furniture to the student housing industry. We'll talk a little bit about that. But real quick, just want to thank you guys for sponsoring our networking brunch and live podcast that we're doing Wednesday morning. And also this year we rolled out our supplier partner program and you guys joined that. So thanks so much for the support that you guys have been giving Student Housing Insight, not just this year, but in years past as well.
Man, we're equally thankful. I think we're the greater recipient of it, but thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate hearing that. Well, hey, for those in our audience who don't know anything about Smarter Furnishings or the previous brand that you guys were under, Appalachian University Systems.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about the background and what you guys do.
Sure. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned AUS, our former. Nothing's changed, by the way. Still same ownership, same company. But we did take the opportunity to rebrand during COVID. I think most people know that by now. We're all over LinkedIn with that, but we're going by Smarter Furnishings. And so just what you said, we're a full service student housing provider. And full service really means full service, as I say it. We're all the way from the very beginning to when folks are just now deciding what to use, from the design concept. Obviously, the intuitive part is providing the actual furniture. But Wes, what I really try to stress is really just that last part of the process, and that's the logistics and the installation part of that. We don't outsource any of that. And I think that's, if you were to ask our existing clients, our good friends out there, I think that's the part that would probably be the most talked about, is we're showing up with our own employees, doing our own installations, just a bunch of clean cut individuals who actually care about what they're doing and not just there for the day installing furniture. So my father-in-law, who started our business, would say about the installation that it's maybe not the most important part overall, but it's the most visible part. We really try to stress that, as well as the quality of our furniture. So that's the short version to that answer.
No, and that's the same thing I hear from your customers as well, because there's so much that goes into that, preparing for that move in, right? And a lot of times I'll see other furniture providers that will show up with a crew that they picked up at Manpower or something earlier that day, and they have no clue why they're there, right? They just said they were moving furniture in, jump on this truck or whatever. And it's a completely different quality, because the folks that you have doing the installs, they've been trained, they've had discussions with you guys on what the plans are, and it seems like everybody comes in with that mission on their mind. So yeah, that's something I hear from all of your customers, that's the one thing they really appreciate.
Yeah. And not to dwell on that too long, but you just said something that prompted this thought is we're actually doing an installation right now, which is a luxury for us. Most of our installation dates aren't very creative, July 15th to August 15th. But we're actually doing a project right now, a large project in Birmingham, the Marshall on 5th. I'll put a plug in for those guys. But they're very early, and they're doing some summer move-ins and accommodating those. And so we're doing the installation right now. Elevator inspections are occurring right now. So instead of pausing the installation just completely, because we do have our own guys who are qualified, they're carrying upstairs today. And so we, instead of taking a break, and the developer was fine just doing that, we're just going to march through it. That's something you just can't do when you don't have your own folks.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a very key point. Well, hey, last year you were part of this video series, and we talked about a couple of different things with Austin that I wanna follow up with you on. But before we jump into all of your suggestions about Austin, really quick with what's going on with the conference. One, I want to talk about maybe where you guys are located, or plan to be located on the exhibit hall. You guys are going to be on the exhibit hall this year, right?
Yes, actually, I might take a time to plug this as well. We're actually doing a double booth. One booth will be Smarter
Okay.
Furnishings, as you would expect. And don't know if this is the appropriate time to mention this, but our sister company, New Design Concepts, same ownership. They've been around for 14 years, but they've been doing private labeling. And we're actually opening that up to more of the public starting this year. In fact, Austin specifically, the Interface Show, we're featuring New Design Concepts to the public for the very first time. So they'll be right beside
Okay.
us. And so we're super excited about the Smarter Furnishings and the New Design Concepts release. So
And new design,
it'll be extra big for us this year. So
yeah, yeah, and new design concepts. They do, I think, both student and hospitality, but they handle a lot of the other fixtures as far as cabinets and countertops and those
yeah,
type of things.
yeah, that would not be intuitive to know it all. So no, thanks for asking that. And so New Design Concepts, if for this purpose for the Austin show, would be our goal is, we've been a full service provider, as I've mentioned, with loose furniture, but we want to, and people have had the ability to buy from New Design Concepts separately, but we're really going to collaborate the two companies much more tightly together, starting right now in Austin, where if you're a developer, you could actually make one large contract for us for the furniture, for the cabinets, for the countertops, and that way it's just more one nose to touch, more of a comprehensive offering, and so there's not any disjointedness to the two companies. Is how we're doing that.
Oh, great. Well, fantastic. Well, going back to the conference, for those that maybe this is their first time, coming, be it a vendor or an owner operator, what are some things you would say specific about the conference that they need to make sure they pay attention to?
Yeah, I think a lot of conferences are fantastic. I don't want to speak more than one than the other, but I tell you, I am a little partial to the Austin show, and that is because I just don't know of a better environment. As far as this larger scale, there's some smaller shows that offer this as well. But Austin Interface, I mean, everybody is so open there. So especially if you've never been, or maybe you've been just once or twice, I just want to encourage everybody to be uninhibited. Go up and talk to folks. I don't care if they're an owner of a $1 billion company. I've been very impressed by the openness there, that they'll sit down and talk with a little lowly manufacturer like me, and so they're very, very open. They just want someone who wants to learn. So if you're wanting to learn and it's very authentic and genuine, go ask people. And I feel like Austin offers that opportunity on a very large scale.
Well, great. Well, let's talk a little bit about Austin itself, because last year we talked about, hey, what is it, that you plan on doing? And you mentioned you were going to go to the Bat Cave. So how did that visit go? You didn't get bit, did you?
Yeah. Hopefully not. No, they're probably scared of me. No, it was great, man. I think that's a fun thing for folks to do, especially if you've never seen it. Sometimes they're better than others. Last year was like mediocre as far as like the number of bats. I mean, sometimes it's just a hit or miss thing. Definitely try it out. Also, I do want to say that Austin has a really robust community. If you've never been there, for live music, great restaurants. Man, you're only there for a few days. Splurge a little bit, go to some fun places. Whether it's looking at the bats for a one-time event, but also just on a more of a day-to-day thing. Go check out restaurants, live shows. It's really a fun place.
Yeah, it is. Favorite restaurant?
Maybe that's my favorite kid there. My favorite child. Maybe the Brazilian Steakhouse.
Okay.
Just because it's not only quality but it's quantity. You might check out the Brazilian Steakhouse if you've never been. You can't go wrong.
Well, hey, for folks that that are out there listening to this and they want to make sure they get some time with you in Austin, you've provided a calendar link that, they can make an appointment. We'll put that in the show notes. But if they want to go check out your website, where do they go for that?
Sure. I'm going to give out 2 websites since I've mentioned our sister company. So it's very easy. Smarterfurnishings.com. That's smarterfurnishings, plural.com. And our new design concepts website is thendcway.com. THENDC for new design concepts, way, WAY.com.
Gotcha.
And when it's on our calendar invite, if I could say this, it's not just a quick little meeting. You'll have the opportunity. You don't have to do this, but if you do want to set up a calendar invite with us, we have I'll just go and might be immodest and say we've got a pretty sophisticated showroom tour. You'll be able to see how the furniture is built. You'll see a lot of variety. We've got a lot of good quality camera work. They'll be able to really zoom in. We show how furniture is made, show the welds, show the joints. So if you don't have time to come visit us in person, or you just want just a little smaller intro without that much commitment, just set up a virtual tour with us and just see we're laid back folks. Just want to get to know you better.
Good deal. And if they meet you at the booth, are you guys able to log in and show them that they're at the booth as well?
Absolutely. We will have somebody stationed in our showroom during the whole interface conference. So we'll have some live furniture there. We can talk shop there a little bit, and we'll be able to zoom in with our showroom too, if time permits and interest and the interest is there.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Well, Dean, thanks so much again for being part of what we're doing this year for Interface, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in Austin.
Hey, Wes, let me say this, man. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you very much. You do so much for this industry, and I'm just really grateful for you.
I appreciate it. We'll see you there.
All right, you take care now. Bye-bye.